Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Dick Norris Buick GMC in Palm Harbor, Florida, and guess what? It's been a long wait, but I promise you it's been worth the wait. We have the all-new 2021 GMC Yukon. This is the first time ever a Yukon AT4. So what that means, we have a Yukon that is off-road, fully off-road capable. But before we dive into this new total redesign, let's talk about what's going on here. So coming off the heels of the successful redesign of the Sierra 1500 and 2500, this Yukon is getting a lot of great touches, but you know what else they're getting? Underneath that rear bodywork is the first time having an independent rear suspension. Also, when we get to the interior, you're gonna have more room because this Yukon is a little bit longer, it's a little bit wider. That's gonna give us more interior space for you and your cargo. Plus, you're getting an all-new infotainment system, great technology, 10-speed automatic, and the first time having that AT4 badge, which is gonna give us an extra 2-inch lift from the factory, special Rancho off-road suspension, and a lot of other goodies. And it all starts off at the front of the business. So without further ado, let's find out, is this Yukon AT4, is this the king of the full-size luxury style SUVs? And why is it the one that I wanna buy if I was gonna be buying an off-road full-size SUV? Let's go ahead and find out. Right off the bat, I love the redesign, especially when you compare it to the sister brand, the Tahoe Z71. It doesn't look so Transformer freaky-ish. It looks clean, it looks stylish, but it also looks muscular and rugged. Starts up at the front of the business. Look at our multi-LED headlight design. Love how they blacked out the interior. Great C-shape, interlocks nicely with the front fascia. We work our way down, a little bit of gloss black, but you know what? You got your functional fog lamps, LED fog lamps, and this whole front end is unique to the AT4. They actually trimmed it up to even get us more ground clearance. Plus with the 2-inch lift, you're gonna be really good to go. Now, as we come across that massive grille, I love the dark satin finish. It's almost like a dark aluminum, brushed aluminum finish. Really love the shape of it, the GMC logo there. You have your forward-facing camera is gonna give you a bird's eye view of what's happening in front of you, especially as you're going off-road. On the AT4s, you're gonna get those bright red tow hooks. And then this part may be plastic, but the good news is you got steel skid plates underneath to protect those inner bits, obviously with that all-wheel drive and that new multi-link rear suspension. But boy, oh boy, they did a great job at the front of the business. And when we get up on the hood, strong body lines, nice, real recessed areas. And then of course you have your higher peaks that go towards the A-pillars. When we come around the bend on our AT4, just like we have a AT4 specific front end, we have AT4 specific wheels. Love the design. So you're gonna have machined aluminum, gloss black, really looks great, 20-inch wheel, 275 on the width, meaty 60 series sidewall, and those are those Wrangler off-road tires from Goodyear that are gonna give us some nice, dirt capability, rock capability. You can see that lift, like I said, 2-inch lift from the factory, and I'm glad that nothing's flat black. Everything is painted, looks really classy. Even the way they shaped the side reflector marker light, it flows nicely with the line of the fender. Now, when we go down the fender, tasteful badge, the GMC logo, a little bit of gloss black, you got your AT4. That signifies that this is that off-road spec, and you can see even in the middle section here, that extra ground clearance. Now, the great news is you, of course, are gonna get those automatic dropping running boards to get in and out. You're gonna have your 360 cameras, so this thing is like a mobile security platform. Cameras everywhere, gloss black, flush mounted roof rails, and I like the way just this black on black just looks so sinister, so great. Now, as we work our way towards the rear, like I said, underneath here, you have that multi-link rear suspension, and then look at the way they have this massive quarter window, but the way they kind of recessed it in, super clean, like one huge piece of glass. And then when we get to the tail end of the business, you're gonna have that low roof spoiler. Love the way that they took the windshield wiper, the rear glass wiper, and tucked it up in there. You got your GMC logo, that same dark satin finish on that aluminum style trim, AT4 badge, the Yukon badge, even the way they shaped the taillights, really clean, interlocks nicely. And then as we drop down, of course, You're gonna get your full tow capability, and I'm glad that there's no exhaust or mufflers to be seen. Everything is tucked up to really make sure that you're gonna get through that terrain. But why don't we pop the hood and see what's powering this 2021 Yukon AT4. All right, guys, we got the massive hood open. You can see we have hydraulic hood struts. Underneath the hood is that 5.3 liter naturally aspirated V8. Of course, you could get that new straight six turbocharged diesel engine, but going the 5.3 liter route, you're gonna have 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque. It's all mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. This Yukon AT4 weighs in around 5,912 pounds, 0 to 60 in about 7.2 seconds, quarter mile in 15 and a half at 90 miles an hour. And then if you're wondering, well, Joe, what kind of MPGs we getting out of this? You're looking at 16 in the city, 20 on the highway, 18 combined. Of course, you have that full towing capability that's gonna allow you to be able to use this in many, many different ways to allow you to just do about anything. You know, you could tow the boat, you could go for an adventure, put some kayaks up on the roof, get some of those crossbars. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to that interior and see what big things the Yukon brings to the table for 2021. All right, guys, here we are inside the redesigned 2021 Yukon, and then on top of it, the first time ever AT4. Now, I know you're at that point. Joe, I've been waiting for this vehicle ever since you featured it at the Chicago Auto Show earlier this year. How much is this particular one? MSRP is $77,500 for the way that this is trimmed out. Let's see what you get for the money. To the all-new redesigned door panels. Love the materials. The leather, the soft touch up top. You have that nice tan contrast stitching. A little bit of almost like a carbon fiber finish, but different to where it doesn't look like it's trying to be fake carbon fiber. I like the soft material on the armrest there, all leather. You got a small Twinkie pocket, 2 or 3 Twinkies, and then down below, go get your 2 Jersey Mike 12-inch Italian subs. Have them put more Italian dressing on it and all the trimmings. You got a little bit of brushed aluminum, the Bose speaker cover down there of obviously the Bose sound system. And then as we get to the dash, I do like the way everybody gets a grab handle except for the driver. So I don't know what's up with that. I guess you could grab onto the steering wheel, but your passenger has a nice beefy handle there. I love this trim, very classy, hides the fingerprints, the material. Look at all the perforated leather. You got a little compartment here. So if you have like maybe some silver spoons that your great-great-grandmother gave to you that she saved when the Titanic sank, you could keep those in here in this felt lining and they won't get scratched. But it's like a little hidden door there. This is all new. So you have over 10 inches of infotainment display, technically 10.3 inches, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation, real easy to get through. I mean, this is one of the things that General Motors does really well, especially when we look at our cameras. Look at that, clear as day out front with trajectory. You got your 360. Hey, you want to see those wheels? Boom, there's your wheels. We can switch it real easy over to the other side, down the side, out back, all around, trailer hookup. We got every single camera that you could think of on the face of this planet. And then you go back to home, which is nice. Real easy to swipe. You got your rear media, because guess what? We got monitors for the backseat passengers, your climate controls. Look how clear it is. Look how fast everything is reacting. Really like those touches. Let me lower the blower fan a little bit. This is going to control that 10-speed automatic transmission. Easy to use. I think once you get over the fact that you don't have your column shifter anymore and you cried your tears, this is going to work just fine. It really is. It's going to be okay, I promise. Perforated, you have your start-stop button here, and then we have only one dead button in this whole place. Even Porsches have more dead buttons than this vehicle. This is your only dead button, but you have your home button, radio controls, AC controls, obviously dual climate. You have heated and ventilated seats, a nice cubby down here with USB, USB-C, 12 volt and wireless charging. If you don't want to wireless charge anything, fill it up with Snickers, maybe some Heath bars. Those sounded good right about now. GMC, really looking good. A little bit of silver, remote start, panic button, or that's the red horn. If you want to blast the red horn, press that. 2 cup holders. Look what we got on the side. You got a banana holder. Everybody's got to have a banana holder. What you can do, hold on to your own banana. Love the armrest. Soft, nice and wide, and you got that little grippy area for your phone, so it's not going to slide anywhere. And then look at this. Open sesame. Party tray to go, pistachios, macadamians, and put the honey roasted peanuts in the center. USB, USB-C, you get a little bit of a gift from GMC when you open this up. We won't open it up and let the cat out of the bag. And you have enough storage in here easily to put a football. So it's football season. Super Bowl is going to be played in Tampa. Let me put your gift back in here, and then I'm going to put that back there. Close it up, and then check it out. AT4 embroidery, like the material, the piping, nice tan accents, heated, ventilated, obviously full electric assist for the passenger and the driver. And then once you thought, hey, can it not get any better than this? We obviously can get better because you have this beautiful panoramic sunroof. Open it up, let the vitamin D just rain down upon you, and it goes all the way back. I'm gonna close it up because right now I've had about as much of the sun that I could take. It's like fall in Florida and it's still 200 degrees. So get on over to the business end. You can see I got plenty of headroom. I'm 6 feet tall, but get on over to the business end. I wanna show you behind the wheel of the new AT4. All right guys, business time. What I love about GMC is I love how you could get right to the controls to go into 4 high, 4 low, and 2 high, real easy to get to. You have a head-up display that you could actually move, a massive one, move it up and down. You get all your safety features, easy to reach. Down below, you get a tasteful AT4 badge. Seat controls are great. And then the steering wheel, it's electric tilting and telescoping. I wish it was a little bit thicker, but still has that great classic GMC grille design, flat black on the buttons. And then the dash is straightforward. You have your analog tach, analog speedometer, and you have that massive digital display in the center that you could toggle through a cornucopia of information. Look at that. Super smooth, easy to use. I like that. But why don't we go ahead? We have 3 rows of seating pleasure. Let's get to the mid row and see what big things are in store for your passengers in this 2021 Yukon. All right, guys, mid row time. You are the captain of the ship back here because you do have captain's chairs. And the good news is that the armrests are a little bit thicker, so we don't have to zonk them. The other good news is, of course, you can slide the seats, which is great. Takes a little bit of oomph, but once you get sliding, you're good. You're real slippery when wet, and then you can just chill and just relax, which is really nice. Check out the new technology. Look at these massive screens on the backs of the seats, so your passengers could be preoccupied and not bothering you. And what I mean by your passengers, we're talking about your kids that we know could be very annoying on those longer trips. Tell them to watch a movie and just shut up. That's what, well, my dad just told me to shut up because we weren't able to watch movies in cars on family trips. We'd have to actually read a book or look at tumbleweeds going down the road. So that's how life was, kids, back in the old days. 2 cup holders, love the AC controls. The zonk is, I got heated seats. Where's my ventilated seats? This is a $77,000 piece of SUV, and I got heated seats but no ventilated seats. So that is a zonk. You got your connectivity for the entertainment. You got your home power source down there, which is great. But why don't we go ahead? Let's get to that back seat and see what is new and why your passengers are actually going to want to sit back there. All right, guys, time to get into that 3rd row. Now, because of the new multi-link independent rear suspension, the floor is lower. That means 6 foot tall Joe Rady from Rady's Rides is going to feel a little bit more comfortable back there. Now, you have a couple ways of putting the seat down. You could use manual controls, or you could use this fancy switch on the side. You just got to be patient and make sure that it locks down, and then you're going to hit it again, then it moves right out of your way. So look at that. Nice wide opening. It would be nice to have a grab handle, but I got a grab handle right here, so 1 grab handle's enough. Check it out. Look at this. So here I am, 6 feet tall. I don't have my knees in my mouth. I feel good. I wish they would put a little softer material on the armrest, but you do have a pistachio holder and a cup holder, USB-C, AC vents along the ceiling, which is great. But overall, very impressed with the amount of room back here. And you can see, I had this slid all the way back. I got plenty of leg room. I mean, this is really, really wonderful. And you got the screens. So I could kind of watch too. Have some popcorn. Change the channel. But anyways, let's check out the cargo area and see how you can maximize your hauling capabilities in this AT4. All right, guys, one of the best things about the new Yukon is the amount of room that you have. So you're gonna hit the button, electric assist. Check this out. Even with the 3rd row up, you're looking at over 25 cubic feet of space. Really like the low, flat loading floor here. You have a little bit of brushed aluminum just to not scratch all the plastic to hell. You got your home power source, so think about tailgating, think about camping, think about going to the beach. You got your seat controls, and watch how easy it is. Now, before I do that, there is a little storage underneath. Fill that up with Baby Ruth, Three Musketeer, Milky Way, 100 grand. Even get a payday for some of the people that just love nuts. Load it up. But anyways, we're gonna push this button. Watch this. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Keep folding them down, and you know what? You fold down that middle row, you're looking at over 120 cubic feet of space in the back of this Yukon AT4. Go off-roading, and hey, take a bunch of stuff with you just for fun. Take a couch, just to say you took a couch off-roading. That sounds good to me. Hit the button. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this AT4 for a spin. All right, guys, we're leaving Dick Norris Buick GMC. We're in the 2021 Yukon AT4. Right away, you're gonna automatically feel that extra 2 inches of lift that you get from the factory going the AT4 route. Gauges, I know a lot of people are probably gonna be disappointed and say, hey, I want a full digital display, but you know what? You do have a massive 7-inch display in the center, and then the analog tach and analog speedometer. Wonderful air ride suspension, really soaks all of the road imperfections up. Getting to the infotainment system is a snap, and it's so easy to use. Probably one of the easiest in all of the car world. And I'm being serious. I'm not just saying that to be funny. Literally very easy to use. Great height. It does not block any view whatsoever. Looking out the back, the massive rear glass. It feels really, really good. They did some reworking to the materials and the cushions in the seat, which makes them nice and supportive without making them hard as a rock or as soft as a waterbed. Electric tilt and telescoping steering wheel allows you to get it perfectly lined up with your body type. I just wish there was a door or a lid that hid the wireless charging area, but it is nice, of course, to have all that great tech recharging your phone, USB-C, USB, and a 12-volt, and just super smooth. The 10-speed you're gonna love, and having the push-pull transmission system really does clean up this area. It really, really does. I think the thing you're really gonna love about the new Yukon is definitely the ride quality, not only with the air suspension, but also that independent rear suspension, and also the increase in sound deadening materials, and just the quality of materials across the board. They really made this a 21st century SUV. But let's go ahead and get on throttle. 10-speed drops down, 5.3 gets us going. It would be nice, I'll be honest, to have the 6.2 obviously, but that is not an option with the Yukon AT4. So that's gonna be the biggest zonk, is you cannot get the 6.2 liter. You're stuck with the 5.3 or the turbo diesel. But besides that, so smooth, the shifts from the 10-speed. And I think for the most part, a lot of people who've never had the 6.2, if you've never experienced it, you're not gonna miss it. But if you have experienced it, maybe in the Sierra, or maybe in a different GMC or Chevrolet or product or whatever, that it's gonna seem a little lacking on the horsepower. All right, guys, on throttle, drops down, and the great news is the brakes work really great. Visibility is good. Even in high traffic, it's easy to drive. Even for a full-size SUV like it is, you do have that nice V8 rumble, which is great. Nothing too loud, nothing too obnoxious. Good feedback coming to the steering wheel, but I think a lot of people are gonna be driving this SUV in this same situation I'm in right now, high traffic situation, and really, it's a breeze to drive. You have a nice look over the roofs of all these lower vehicles, and just everything is so well laid out. Let me slow down a little bit here. We're gonna do another on throttle. On throttle, drops down, and we are off. So I think if you have not experienced the new 10-speed, you're gonna love it. Let's see how it does over these bumps. Really composed, look at this. Up the hill. So very compliant. The air ride suspension is really nice. Everything it just feels good, and it inspires confidence. And obviously, it would be great to take one of these off-road, and hopefully soon we will be able to do that with a press suite vehicle from GMC. But this is just the tip of the iceberg with this AT4. Where it would really shine is going off-road and showcasing that great 4x4 capability with the Rancho suspension and the increased ride height. But we're gonna get back to Dick Norris Buick GMC and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another great day here at Dick Norris Buick GMC. I definitely gotta thank Melvin and the rest of the crew getting us access to this all new, first time ever, 2021 GMC Yukon AT4. Seriously, if this was the full-size SUV that I was gonna buy, it would be this one. I wouldn't go with the black, I'd probably go with like steel blue or something like that, but boy oh boy, the look, the features, the change, it is large and in charge, and definitely needs to be high up top the list if you're looking for a luxury style SUV that also has that off-road capability. But if you want to keep seeing stuff like this on Rainey's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rainey's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Rainey's Rides merch. We do have the all-new on-throttle gear. Got to give it up to Victor, working the camera like a champ. He wants to go to sleep in this thing. He's tired. I told him maybe I'll let him sleep now. So we'll see what we can do for you, Vic. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.